Hello, good morning, happy Friday. Thank you so much for joining me here today for another Saints and Angels Oracle deck reading. It is the 21st of February today, and the third Friday of February. A 3, 21 reduces into 3 on the 3rd. That's so cool. The 3 is such a fun energy. Great for creativity, great for breaking monotony, switching it up, bringing in fresh, new observations or occurrences, to bring a youngness into things, maybe, or a bright, vital energy, vitality. Yeah, and I felt that this morning, actually. I've been very kind of laughy today, very light energy. So thank you for joining me this morning. Our theme, I didn't mention, is the 5 of Cups reversed for whatever you take that as, I guess. But the major theme that I have kind of been seeing play out and have been hearing in my own world and in my own sort of bounce back has been 3 spilt but 2 saved. And that's sort of a wonderful message, and also something to really lean into when you look at it being a month-long card and needing to look at the longevity of what happens when either that takes a long time to spill, takes a long time to rectify, it takes a long time to get that lessons, or the lessons that are a part of that occurrence over the month, or it's a repetition of like scenarios happening again and again of that sort of energy or intentions, or scenarios of that sort of 5 of Cups energy, where we have 3 spilt and 2 saved. So difficult to deal with, no matter which way you look at it or how it's playing out for you, or how, in your own world. For me, it's been a mixed bag. I can't lie. But it's also been quick. It's been bum, 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 like flying through. I can't believe, we're already almost at the end of the month. So, yeah, take it for what it is. It's been kind of like excuse me, I get my Palo Santo's like blowing directly in my face. It went right in my nose. It's kind of like a boot camp kind of feel to all of the month for me. So getting stronger, really testing myself, pushing myself to boundaries, but also feeling the great feedback and the benefits that come when we exert ourselves in those sort of ways that are positively stressful. Anyways, I don't want to jabber on too long this morning, and we still, have our card to do and everything. So I'm delighted to see what they'll bring for us here for this week, sort of as additional tools in the kit, or maybe support systems to help with these occurrences that are obviously going to be continuing here for another full week. Yeah, so I guess with that little pre-talk, little pep talk, we can get down to business, right? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for returning. If you come every Friday, I really do appreciate everybody who watches these and who looks forward to them and who appreciates them. I definitely always feel wonderful energies here as a collective audience. So I just want to give a moment to say thank you to all. And if you're new, thank you too. Thanks for joining. I will say, if you are new and you're like clicked on for a card and I've been talking, doing nothing, nothing as in pulling cards. I personally love to create a sound foundation of listening before I pull out my deck and speak with them, sort of give them salutations, welcome them, and converse with them. I like to create a space of sort of communion, of sacred calmness and audience, and give and take sort of atmosphere, I guess, is the best way to explain it. And so I feel if we do a few moments of relaxing breathing, meditating, sort of grounding down, I myself am a really high energy kind of person, and I find it very beneficial, not only before reading any sort of cards, but also as a general practice point. Meditation I do daily, and it seriously saves my life. I have found, infinite benefits, never-ending exploration, and always positive feelings whenever I take the time to sit down and quiet my mind and go inwards for a few minutes. So being able to combine cards and doing this meditation here is something that I really value. I love to cherish and appreciate all those who do appreciate what I do here as well, in bringing these two together. I think that they are a nice match and really help to all of us to receive messages in a more open way, instead of in such a pigeonholed, specific answer. So yeah, I got a little bit off on an explanation of myself here. Sorry. But just feel the need to go there this morning, I guess. With that said, yeah, we can do a little quiet down. I'm going to close my eyes and lead us, and you're welcome to close your eyes too. You don't have to. You can watch the video or just relax your gaze. If you're doing anything else, that's totally cool too. That's not hypnosis or anything, so don't worry about that. The point in general is to become more conscious and conscientious of the now space, of yourself, and of your mind, body, and spirit space that we all inhabit. So giving that a moment to mull on and a moment to recognize what exactly you are doing in your present time is a great choice to do if you can't really close your eyes right now. And the words will permeate, so no need to worry. For those of us who can, I'm going to close my eyes, and you're welcome to relax down yours as well. Take a moment to take a few gentle breaths on your own. Relaxing into the moment. Noticing the quality of the air around you. Noticing the quality of the air within you, even if you can. Feeling where exactly that inhale travels to, and just watching. No need to change or think about it even. Let it be free. Give yourself what you need for a moment. Feel the cool air on the inhale through the nasal passage down the throat, spilling like a waterfall waterfall deep within you, pooling up, down in the abdomen and the diaphragm. That exhale rising gently like steam around you, up and out. And feeling that gracious inhale, so natural, smooth, just the right amount, just enough time before it switches into that light, warm exhale. Take a moment to think of one thing that brings you joy, that uplifts your spirit, that makes you laugh or smile, that little corner smile, that quirky, happy, oh so pleased type of smile. Breathe into it and let it warm you. Feel it warm your face like a golden glow. The Creator knows just what you mean, just what you think. In fact, that Creator consciousness reflects your identical, beautiful smile. Feel the warmth and the rays lighting up your face from the inside out, from that small corner of the mouth to the cheeks, the forehead, the jaw, the ears, down the neck, relaxing and warming all the muscles in such a pleasant, happy way. As it goes, where attention flows, your energy goes. Remember that as you let these pleasant, joyful sensations, like a bubble of laughter, spill down your shoulders, your neck, into your arms and abdomen. Breathe into that energy. Feel alive with the breath. Let that bright light and energy cool down around your elbows, your thighs, your sacrum, feeling the warmth, the knowing and joy, glistening, flickering, just like crystal chandelier in the sunshine. Every cell is known, is reflecting that great knowing, simple joy and happiness. Feeling good to be alive, a light within, the warm glow. Feel it travel down to your toes, filling you up. Let that vision come clear to you. See yourself as a whole, light glowing out of every cell. Maybe it looks like a disco ball or sacred geometry. Perhaps it's single sphere, pulsating, changing, effervescent glow, cymatic, changing, pulsating movement. Breathe and let your imagination show you what it wants to today. Let it surprise you on how you see yourself in a beautiful way. The energy of you, the joy and happiness that is so exuberantly cascading off of you. See it glowing outwards like a flame, the blurriness around it, a mirage on a hot day, the energy floating up out of the tip of your head and down out of the soles of your feet, anchoring you to the realm of the Creator, the deep Creator within. That space of knowing that's always there, the true one promise we all know. We all get to be our own version of that one finite exploration and expression within the infinite, ever present within that realm of the Creator, always witnessed by the great observer, somehow within that infinite fractal, that beautiful kaleidoscope that is, that simply is. What more can we say? For we are inside, we are a part, we cannot know who holds it, why they spin it, how it was made. All we can do is morph and change and move and be the tile we were selected, the role we were placed in, bumping and moving and changing around with those around us, creating pictures and images to be observed, appreciated, and loved. Breathe into that great knowing, your space and shape. Breathe into the great motions of which you are a part of. The spinning, the pulsating, so many different ways it can be observed, felt, embodied. Let's bring back that beautiful, joyous memory or visualization, that one thing or person, place or space that makes you smile, that invigorates you with curious adventure, the love for life. Turn up the volume on it. As one of my mentors says, breathe into it and hear it, see it louder, make it brighter. Allow it to fill your whole space, your reality, from the inside out. Maybe you'd like to bring your hands together in prayer or at your heart, or just feel them more firmly where you are and give thanks for who you are. Give thanks for your place in space. Gratitude for taking a moment in your busy day, in your life, to do this beautiful practice, to remember your beautiful purpose, and to give thanks for the greater purpose as well. I thank you as I thank myself. And get ready to ring my bell here. You can prepare to open your eyes. Okay, and now take out my deck and see what our beautiful saints and angels would like to share with us here on this week to come. We'd like to thank you so much, saints, angels, our ancestors, both before and after, ascended masters and gurus, God, Source, Mother Earth, elementals, fairies, our higher selves, all of those beings of higher frequencies with love, service to others at the center of their beings. We thank you so much for your eternal energies and audience, for your gifts and blessings, your service to our collective whole. We acknowledge your beautiful energies and presence, and we thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We'd ask if you would like to give an impression here for us, both collectively and individually, for our week to come here, February the 21st, 2025, under our beautiful umbrella theme, the Five of Cups. If you would like to offer guidance or support, a bit of advice or an anchoring for us as we work through this week here to come, we thank you so much. Now, shuffle up my deck. Oops. Feeling a little mixing up today, a little childlike, playful energies here. Perhaps I'll put myself in a more comfortable position to get a shuffle going downwards. Give it a 3, on a 3, and a 3. Maybe I'll knock 3 times and we'll see what we get. A sign from above, okay, with your guardian angels. I love that. That is so great. I kind of have a notion to just touch on this card that's on the top. It's like bounced off and totally kind of separate from the rest, right? Sliding off. And I'm going to go for it. Generosity with St. Nicholas. Okay, so signs for above with generosity. So signs to give back. Signs of getting, giving, and getting. I love it. Give a sign, get a sign. I'm feeling like I think let's read them quickly, just in case there might be 77 sign from above, double sevens, 2 to learn, coming out into a 5, a 14 into a 5 too. Very resonant to what we're in with the year. Whoops, and now I'm reading I'm reading generosity first, mixing it up. Do we do that? I guess we'll go for that. We're reading generosity on 35 first. You're asked to start or continue giving time, money, assistance, or goods. This act helps you to know how much you have and leads you to a feeling of abundance that automatically attracts greater prosperity into your life. So there we have. In order to receive your sign, give a sign first. Give a sign of gratitude out. I'm just going to say here quickly, one of the rules sort of that gets overlooked or forgotten, most important rule of service, I feel, positive service of intention and the law of manifestation, what all that kind of stuff is getting towards, but glazes over, is free service. And it's the offering out of things freely first and foremost. And when we offer things out first and freely as what they are here, do with it what you might, that type of energy is so magically received in the external, in this ether space, in the collective, third party imagination space that the spirit realm sort of navigates through, that connects all of the happenings out here, that the intermingles with the thought realm, and of course the external physical manifestation of the world out there. But unseen manifestation of the world out there is first and foremost and much more important, and it's the undertow currents that set all of the symptomatic repercussions that pop up and grow into real life and into the surface of the world and into external world, a solid form. And when we can remember that, we work honestly from there first in our own intentions, and we give freely from those places. That's it. That's the key. That's every door opens. That's the knock and it's answered. That's the seek and you're finding. You know, you give and you get. And when we do this mindfully, first and foremost, the offering free service in a way that aligns with us, that we are able to offer it freely, is for so important. It has to be a gift that you can give. It has to come from this place of abundance. It doesn't come from a place of worry or doubt, or that, oh, if I give this $5, I'm getting $10 back, so I'm going to keep a $5 debt here in my mind and in my bank account always to fill it with 10 more later, so that's the only reason I can give out 5 now. It's not about that. It's, oh, well, I have $15 and I don't really need it, so here's 5. And oh, I have $10 now. Cool. Here's my $10. And the 5 doesn't ever get, you gave it to that person to go use whatever it needed to go get coffee with or whatever. You don't expect them to do anything with it. You didn't get a coffee for yourself with it. You know what I mean? You gave it to give them a coffee or whatever the case is, you know. If we see that materialistic surface level, really thin layer example there, but bring it into mental space, bring it into spiritual space, interactions and exchanges. Use that as the guidance point of what we're doing with all currency exchanges. Real energetic is real currency here, not fiat paper nonsense. But doing that monitoring, doing that honest work for yourself in the interactions is the key to it, and is really what I feel like the way that you can give out from a place of abundance, right? The more you give, the more you'll receive. Let's just finish the cards. Contribute with joy. Joy, the theme of joy. And be totally detached from the outcome of your offering. St. Nicholas reminds you of the happiness that you receive when you give to others from the spirit of love. Allow yourself to be surprised at how the universe gives back to you. Excuse me. I'm not going to read. I'm going to go into a sign from above, because that just goes into a little blurb about St. Nicholas, and I've read that card quite a few times, and time is short. Almost a half an hour long already. Sign from above. Heaven is sending you blessings and answers in the form of signs in the physical world. These are messages that you see or hear repetitively. This card asks you to pay extra attention to signs, as they're part of your answer to your question. Notice anything that you see or hear 3 or more times. For instance, if several people recommend the same book, movie, or class to you, that's a sign. Observe unusual occurrences such as angel-shaped clouds or clusters of butterflies. Pay attention to items with special significance, such as a loved one's favorite song playing on the radio, or a flower that you associate with a particular person or event. This isn't mere happenstance. The old adage, coincidences are when God remains anonymous, replies here. Trust in the signs that you receive and know that they're very real and meaningful to you. So beautiful. And one thing I will say is synchronicity is such a beautiful word as well. And it also gets us navigating and coordinating the correct sort of feelings and notions of these external circumstances and events coming together and coming towards us, and happening in our lives in these sort of ways where, unbeknownst to us, it all comes together. And I have seen this play out in my world in such ways that it was like cold water to my face, like the way that external points ended up navigating and creating a wonderful gift and blessing in my life. Almost a year ago now, I'm coming up on a year ago, that this specific sort of event that I'm thinking of and saying that was the real kind of cold water flash that was the proof in the pudding for me. But it's such a wonderful notion to be able to lean into and know that there is a greater current or sort of higher knowing that is coordinating and helping with overall best solutions for all. And when you lean into that and know that, it really helps you relax and allow you to get those things coming to you in a more comfortable way. Now, I won't say quicker or faster or in a more amplified fashion, but that you find comfortability in as long as it takes, or if it takes a quick time or not, or if they're small or large, or they're in unexpected ways or expected ways, or a mixed bag of all, because it tends to be a mixed bag of all when you start to really become aware and listen and understand that all your moments in every single day is this place of co-creation with, yes, direct people around you, but also with the external higher self, higher mind, spirit world, saints, angels, any way that you want to look at that, God, infinite creator, all realms of different intelligence and densities of different beings and entities. There's already, we have great proof to the pudding in your eyes that you can see a variety of plant and animal life in general, not to mention a variety of, when we just, intelligent life in humans in general. There's a sort of categorical, templistic, stereotypical place settings of humanity and of cultures even, and of in many different ways that we see played out in plain eye, as sort of proofs in the pudding, guidance for us to know. And so why would we think that the spirit and energetic realms are any different or any less important, or any less there? I do believe they all are there, and when we start to really navigate from a place of sovereign responsibility and accountability within that place and space as well, and understanding everything's give and take, understanding sovereignty is two-part. It is, well, if I want privacy, if I want my highest good, if I want to feel good, and I want everything that I want, every other person that designates they want something that for themselves, they deserve it as well. But that comes around again to accepting the one truth and knowing that we are all deserving of that. We are all these sort of fractal reflections of infinite intelligence growing in the way that it wanted to, And I think we get on a flat stage of agreeing on that altogether, then, these settling into everything's playing out to its highest good always is really easy, and it kind of becomes common sense. It's like, oh, of course it is. And then, yes, it's easier. It's so much easier to see and to feel the joy. It's easy to give freely. It's so much easier, to work with these cards. And, in the week here to come, definitely feel the need to call on St. Nicholas to ask, what would St. Nicholas do, perhaps, in your set, if you have things that you are looking for specific signs in, perhaps you'll have your external confirmations this coming week. Thank you so much for joining me here. Thanks for listening to the messages. As always, I'd love to hear your feedback, love to hear your experiences. Feel free to send me messages or emails, or leave comments below if you find me on BitChute or YouTube, excuse me. You leave comments for the community. You can leave comments on Telegram as well, but I meant a video. Anyways, thanks so much for joining me here this morning, and hope I see you next week.